The saying, "you endorse what you tolerate," is a powerful reminder that our actions and decisions have consequences. It means that by allowing certain behaviors or situations to continue, we are essentially giving our approval to them. So today, I'd like to give you a real example of the cost of tolerating behaviors that were detrimental in a client company. So here's the background. My client had revenues of $350 million. They were achieving a profit before tax of 3%. I was having a quarterly meeting with the leadership team, and there was an admin manager that was obviously experiencing a lot of stress. So I asked her, "What's causing the stress?" She answered that she was getting burned out. She was leaving the office late every day and wasn't getting home in time to spend the time that she needed to with her family, which in turn was causing stress throughout the entire family. I asked what she needed to help her, and she responded that she needed another 1 to 2 people in the department to help her with the workload. I asked her to describe the workload, which seemed normal until she mentioned having to correct the forms that were being generated by sales. I said, "Really? How much time of each day is spent reworking the forms?" And she responded, "At least a third of each day is reworking the forms." So I turned to the sales manager and asked him what was the cause of the forms not being filled out correctly. And he responded, "Well, he tried talking to the salespeople, but they just won't comply." I said, "How many times have you had the conversation?" He said, "A couple of times." "Why are you tolerating this behavior?" He said he felt that if he pushes any more, they will leave and they'll be very difficult to replace. You see, these guys are our rainmakers. Sounds to me like they're bad storm makers. The sales manager was conflict avoidant and by his actions was tolerating a really bad situation that was causing stress on this one admin manager and her family as well as other members of the team. So I took another path to help them understand all the implications of the salespeople. One, of course, is a very good employee is on the verge of quitting the company. And all the employees are seeing management's impotence of dealing with the situation. The second is financial. And here are the numbers. The cost of hiring the 2 additional staff would be approximately $130,000. The company's profit before tax, as I said, was 3% or 10.5 million on the revenues of 350 million. So the company would need to generate another 4.3 million to pay for the cost of the 2 additional staff. Now I had their attention. So let me ask you a question. Can you sell another 4.33 million or should you get these salespeople to follow the process? Well, their response was, "We got to get them to follow the process or we have to replace them." So then I turned to the chief operating officer and asked how many other scenarios did they have this throughout the company. And he responded, "Well, about $1 million." I said, "Whoa. So you only need to sell 33.3 million or another 10% of the current revenue to get that 1 million back." Of course, if they stop tolerating people not following the processes and start holding them accountable, then their overall performance improves exponentially and they become a much better place to work. So remember, you endorse what you tolerate.